You don't become a clan leader until you're like in your 40s.
Yeah.
And can't be walking around as a clan leader looking like you're some 18-year-old buff guy that just, working out every day. It's bullshit. It just doesn't work that way.
If you see someone with a belly, it's like, wow, that guy's he's either a good fisherman, a good gardener. Like there's like how was he able to be heavy? So it's like, if he's got like a gut, he's kind of like got a little bit of, he's either got some wisdom on how to fish and how to actually bring in food, like he knows how to go out and get his own food and stuff.
I don't think we can any longer blame a lone entity or a lone government for where we are today. I think the United States and colonization has a huge role in terms of where our culture is today, where the status of our language is today. But at some point, Chamorros need to take responsibility for our own actions and the decisions that we make.
It's not just because, as people assume, that people just make choices and they decided not to use Chamorro. It's not that simple. The public spaces threw Chamorro out and made Chamorro seem as not a valuable enough language to use in a public space. So its world got smaller and smaller.
I don't think that people today, Chamorros today, who say, "Oh, I can't speak the language, it's so and so's fault." Well, at some point we have to stop laying blame, and we got to pick ourselves up from our bootstraps and move forward. And yes, we need to acknowledge the wrongs of the past, but we also need to make plans for the future. And so, to say that culture is dying, I really disagree with that. I think culture manifests itself in different ways, right? We see culture in the hats that young men wear. We see culture on the shirts and the words that are being created today to show pride. But let's also be clear, it's also being misrepresented, right? And a lot of times that misrepresentation leads to confusion, leads to people saying, "Oh, is that what that means?" You know what I mean? And why are they using women, right, provocatively to express Chamorro-ness? So for me, that's problematic, right? I mean, I don't think I have control. I don't think any of us have control in terms of how things are represented or how the culture is represented. But I think we're educated enough to be able to speak out against it and to try and rectify a wrong.
So, when I see these men, I said, clan leaders got to be clan leaders not because they could, arm wrestle. They got to be clan leaders because they had something up here. You measured it from the neck up, not from the neck down. So it's the same thing for both men and women. So it's this sexuality hyped up, and there's nothing wrong with being good looking, but it's not everything.
Of course, of course.
I saw a meme, right? There was a meme, and it was learning Chamorro or something. And the meme was about sand, and sand means is in Chamorro is unay, right? Well, the photo was a bikini bottomed woman with sand on her buttocks, and so the word of the day was unay, sand. So my question was, are we learning about doggins or are we learning about sand?
The people of Guam need to stop, for me, focusing on how we can sell more of ourselves to the tourists. My name is Kobe Tanatongo. I am a secondary ed Chamorro major. Well, weaving was the first thing that I kind of got into. So it started way back in elementary in Chamorro class, and this was our daily activity instead of speaking Chamorro. We were weaving like small little centipedes and whips and those little one-leaf things. Like Brandon. Too big, too small.
I can fit it.
Too big.
Dude, who are these for?
No, bro.
Alright, you make short slings and big rings. Like,
Yeah.
who are you? Who is your targeted audience?
Random people.
Random.
It has to, dude, because the rest are super. Check out this, bro. It's
Oh,
round.
see, this is sharp. Woo!
That's it.
This is dope.
Then I have some of
Okay,
your
I see it.
sling keychains.
I see where you're going.
So I got into middle school, or I was going into middle school, and I wanted to learn more weaving. So I looked up online how to do little decorative things and like grasshoppers and katupats. And then from there, it kind of became such a obsession where I was asking all of my aunties, do you know how to weave? Do you know how to weave? No one in my family wove, so it's very hard until one distant auntie came along and she was like, yeah, I know how to make a hat. It brings it, like, I just got goosebumps right now because it brings me a lot closer to my ancestors, pretty much, you know. A lot of their language and their history is within each woven pattern, each woven step, you know. And they're all throughout the Pacific. We have different weaving techniques. So not only does it relate me to my ancestors, but those who have touched throughout their history. For example, the Polynesians and the Melanesians, they have certain weaving techniques that are very similar to us. And when we get together and we share knowledge like that, it's harmonious and it's beautiful. So yeah, it's very spiritual weaving, and if you can get into the habit almost daily, where you wake up and you just want to weave, it makes it all more sentimental. You know?
Okay, my name is Bo Mesa. I'm from Talafofo, 22 years old. I graduated from Southern High School in 2011, and I'm a Chamorro Studies major at the University of Guam. Well, I feel like people should have gardening plots. You know, it's like if you can spend an hour a day exercising and doing other recreational activities, you can spend an hour gardening, and there's also a reward in the end. So you can try your fruits, you can give to people, you know, or you could also barter with it. Because I have several family who, so we have eggplants here. They have other fruits. They have like octis and like calamansi. So I'll give him some eggplants. He'll give me some octis, and you know, we just get to try each other's fruits and stuff. It's like everything we have, we can grow here. You know, it's like a lot of the things that we need, that we bring in from other places, like in terms of like fruits and vegetables, we're able to grow it here. So it's like, why don't we just do it ourselves? You know, it's kind of like this whole like independent thinking. Like we don't have to depend on other people to grow, because we always look at farmers elsewhere, like or we always think about like, oh, there's farmers in Narahan growing this. It's like we can grow it too. We just gotta spend a little bit of time a day doing it, you know. I don't really know too much about like the importation of goods and stuff, but I really don't feel like prior to the war that we were importing a lot of fruits and vegetables, because we were able to grow it ourselves, you know. So this whole like agrarian lifestyle is like we have it here. It's just we're almost a little bit disconnected from it, you know, because we can, instead of spending time in a garden or at a ranch like how other generations before us have done it, we kind of just go spend our time at work or doing all the other kind of recreational stuff, and then we just kind of use money to pay for things when we don't have to pay for it, you know. It's like, yeah, it's like it's here for our benefit. We just have to do a little bit of the work.
Traveled all around the world to see the meaning of our life. I watch you coming through the door. You fill the room with joy.